July 2026 just hit Aldi differently. 12 new deals landed this month at prices so far below market rate that longtime shoppers are doing double takes at the shelf tags. They are buying in quantities that make the person behind them in line visibly nervous. Every single one of these deals has a closing date, some measured in days, some in hours. The shelf does not wait for anyone who decides to think about it until next week. Here is everything you need before the shelf tells you that you waited too long. 12. Wild-caught Pacific salmon. Portions. Wild-caught Pacific salmon at Aldi in July 2026 is sitting at a price that makes buying it multiple times per week financially automatic rather than aspirational. This is not the kind of deal that appears every month. The omega-3 content in Pacific salmon addresses the cardiovascular and cognitive health priorities that nutritional research consistently ranks at the top of senior dietary recommendations. The specific EPA and DHA fatty acids present in wild-caught Pacific salmon are the forms that human biology absorbs and utilizes most efficiently. We are not talking about farmed salmon padded with color additives. This is wild-caught, properly sourced, verified on the label. The difference between wild-caught and farmed salmon is not a marketing distinction. It is a measurable difference in the fatty acid profile, the contaminant load, and the nutrient density of the finished product on your plate. The July pricing reflects a supplier relationship and seasonal availability window that former employees describe as unusually favorable, the kind that appears once and does not reset at the same price point the following month. Buy multiple portions. Freeze what you cannot use within 2 days. The freezing process does not meaningfully affect the omega-3 content of properly frozen salmon. The nutritional return at the current price is genuinely difficult to match anywhere in mainstream grocery retail right now. Wild-caught Pacific salmon at this price point is the kind of grocery event that former employees describe using the same word repeatedly when asked about it. Unrepeatable, not unlikely to repeat. Unrepeatable. The distinction matters enormously for anyone deciding whether to buy 2 portions or 6. That protein deal is extraordinary. But what is sitting at number 11 makes this one look restrained by comparison. 11. Estate bottled. Greek extra virgin olive oil. Estate bottled extra virgin olive oil from a named Greek producing region landed at Aldi this July, at a price that specialty food importers charge as their entry point for commodity olive oil, with none of this sourcing specificity. The distinction between estate bottled and commodity olive oil is not cosmetic. It is the difference between oil pressed from olives harvested at a single estate, processed within hours of picking, and bottled with a traceable production date, versus oil blended from multiple anonymous sources across multiple countries with no accountability for freshness or processing standards. The polyphenol content in properly cold-pressed estate olive oil is meaningfully higher than commodity alternatives. These polyphenols are the compounds that make olive oil a dietary intervention rather than simply a cooking fat. The oleocanthal specifically, the compound operating through the same anti-inflammatory pathway as ibuprofen, is present in this oil in concentrations that processed alternatives simply cannot deliver. For anyone using olive oil daily as their primary cooking fat, the cardiovascular and anti-inflammatory benefit accumulates with every single use. The current July price makes daily generous use financially effortless. There is no need to ration a product that is doing this much work for your health. Buy 3 bottles. Store in a cool, dark location. The quality holds for up to 2 years from pressing. Subscribe to this channel right now before we continue. Every month we track exactly which Aldi deals represent genuine value and which ones are marketing dressed up as savings. The subscribers always know before the shelves empty. Hit that subscribe button right now, because what is coming at number 10 is a kitchen technology deal that has the culinary community genuinely rattled. 10. Precision. Digital kitchen scale with macro tracking. This is not a basic kitchen scale. It never was. Aldi's July 2026 Precision Digital Scale connects via Bluetooth to a macro tracking app, measuring ingredients to 1/10 of a gram. It automatically calculates protein, fat, carbohydrate, and calorie content for anything weighed against the app's extensive food database. For seniors managing diabetes, cardiovascular conditions, or any health goal requiring dietary precision, this device replaces 3 separate tools with one: the food diary, the portion scale, the nutritional calculator. All of that functionality now lives on a single countertop device connected to a smartphone application that stores data across sessions and tracks trends over time. The comparable smart scale from established kitchen technology brands carries a price 3 times higher, sometimes 4 times higher, depending on the specific model and retailer. The Aldi version delivers equivalent connectivity, equivalent precision, and the same app integration at a July price that makes the brand alternative immediately indefensible on value grounds. Former employees describe this clearing the fines shelf within the first morning of its July appearance. Not the first day, the first morning. Arrive before 10 on Wednesday morning if you want one. After 10 is a gamble that the shelf history suggests is not worth taking. That kitchen technology gap between Aldi and the competition just got dramatic. What is coming at number 9 hits a completely different need, and it is one that affects every single morning of a senior's week. 9. Grass-fed organic. Whole milk. Grass-fed organic. Whole milk carrying USDA organic certification and a verified grass-fed designation arrived at Aldi's July rotation at a price that closes an enormous gap. The gap between what ethical dairy production should cost and what premium retailers have been charging for it has been one of the most consistent injustices in grocery retail for years. The conjugated linoleic acid content in genuine grass-fed milk is measurably higher than conventional alternatives. CLA has been the subject of significant nutritional research connecting it to body composition, immune function, and cardiovascular health markers. The fat-soluble vitamin profile, including vitamin K2, vitamin E, and beta-carotene, reflects what happens when cows eat what cows are actually designed to eat. Not grain, not corn, grass. The difference shows up in the milk in ways that laboratory analysis confirms, and that sensitive palates often notice independently before being told what they are tasting. At Whole Foods or Sprouts, this exact certification level carries a price premium that makes daily use an active budget decision. At Aldi's July price, it simply becomes the milk in your refrigerator. No deliberation required. No rationing necessary. The financial barrier between knowing what your body needs and actually putting it in your refrigerator every week is one of the most quietly damaging gaps in senior nutrition. The July Aldi price closes that gap completely and without condition. Former employees describe this as the dairy section item, generating the most genuine customer surprise when the price registers at checkout. Buy 2 gallons if you use milk regularly, from daily nutrition to daily comfort. Number 8 is a July deal that the home goods community did not see coming. 8. Bamboo weighted cooling blanket. 2 features that senior sleepers need most in July arrived in a single product. The timing of this arrival is not coincidental. The bamboo outer fabric stays measurably cooler than conventional weighted blanket materials, dissipating body heat rather than trapping it. This is the feature that makes weighted blankets genuinely usable in summer, rather than the thermal experience that prevents most people from trying them in warmer months. The distributed weight provides the deep pressure stimulation that research connects to improved sleep onset, reduced nighttime waking, and lower cortisol levels across the night, better sleep onset, fewer interruptions, lower stress hormone levels by morning. Getting both in one blanket has historically required either a specialty sleep retailer with premium pricing or the frustration of buying 2 separate products that do not complement each other perfectly. Most bamboo blankets do not have adequate weight. Most weighted blankets do not have bamboo thermal management. The July Aldi price delivers both in a single purchase at a fraction of what either specialty retailer charges for a single function alternative. Former employees at multiple locations describe this clearing completely by Thursday afternoon of its first week. Wednesday morning is the window. Thursday afternoon is the eulogy for anyone who missed it. Former employees at one location described watching a shopper arrive Friday morning asking specifically about the blanket. The staff member who answered had to deliver the kind of news that makes both parties genuinely uncomfortable. The shelf had been empty since Wednesday afternoon. The shopper had waited 4 days too long. That sleep upgrade is sitting on the shelf right now. What is coming at number 7 is the deal that former employees say stopped them cold the first time they saw the price tag. 7. Professional-grade ceramic knife. Set with magnetic storage block, ceramic blade technology delivers a sharpness that steel knives cannot match at equivalent price points. The hardness of the zirconia ceramic used in quality ceramic blades ranks just below diamond on the Mohs scale. The edge retention that results from that hardness means the knife that arrives from this set performs the same way 6 months of daily use later. No sharpening, no maintenance. The same clean, effortless cut from the first day to the last. The magnetic storage block included in this July set is not an afterthought. It is a genuine countertop organization system in natural bamboo, with magnetic strength calibrated to hold ceramic blades safely. Without the chipping risk that occurs when ceramic meets the metal walls of conventional knife blocks or the accidental contact of a drawer storage situation. At Williams-Sonoma, an equivalent ceramic knife set without the block carries a retail price that makes this comparison almost embarrassing. The Aldi July price is not a compromised version of this product. It is the product, at a price that removes every justification for buying anywhere else. Before we continue, if these July deals are already going on your shopping list, hit that like button right now. Every deal left on this list has a shorter window than the ones already covered. One tap. Do it now. Because number 6 is the health deal that former employees say they personally bought the moment their shift ended on the day it arrived. 6. Complete Magnesium Sleep and Recovery System. 3 forms of magnesium in a single July supplement bundle, each targeting a different physiological application. This is not a standard magnesium supplement with a marketing claim attached to it. Magnesium glycinate for sleep onset and anxiety reduction through the glycine binding that makes this form specifically neuroactive. The glycine component crosses the blood-brain barrier independently and exerts calming effects that compound with the magnesium's muscle relaxation properties. Magnesium malate for daytime energy, metabolism, and muscle recovery through the malic acid compound that supports ATP production. This is the form that addresses the daytime fatigue and muscular discomfort that disrupts daily function for many seniors in ways that basic magnesium supplementation never adequately resolves. Magnesium threonate for cognitive function through the specific ability to cross the blood-brain barrier that other magnesium forms cannot achieve. The research on magnesium threonate and cognitive performance is among the most promising in the neurological supplement literature. Most supplement retailers sell each of these forms separately. At combined individual retail pricing from a pharmacy chain, all 3 together would cost approximately 4 times the Aldi July bundle price. The USP verification on each form confirms the declared potency is present and the contaminant screening has been completed. This is not a label claim. It is a third-party verification. Former employees with supplement knowledge describe buying the maximum available units. That is not enthusiasm. That is informed purchasing behavior from people who understand exactly what they are looking at. The supplement window on this one is narrow and completely unpredictable for return timing, from internal health to external protection. Number 5 is a July arrival that addresses something most seniors manage daily, without ever finding a solution this comprehensive at any price point. 5. Broad Spectrum SPF 50+ Anti-Aging Serum Sunscreen. This is a sunscreen that does not behave like a sunscreen. The distinction matters enormously for anyone who has ever abandoned a high SPF product because the texture, the white cast, or the heavy feel made daily application feel like a chore rather than a routine. The July formula combines broad-spectrum SPF 50+ UV protection with a retinol-adjacent peptide complex that addresses the cellular renewal that aging skin needs independently of the UV protection it already desperately needs. The peptide complex in this formulation stimulates collagen synthesis through a signaling pathway that retinol activates, but that does not carry retinol's photosensitivity risk during daytime use. Most products in the skincare market make you choose. Either you are protecting or you are treating. This July Aldi arrival does both simultaneously in a lightweight serum base that absorbs without the white cast that makes high SPF sunscreens feel incompatible with daily wear. No residue, no heaviness, no visible barrier on the skin that makes applying anything else on top feel counterproductive. Comparable combination formulas from dermatologist-recommended brands carry prices that make daily application feel like a budget decision rather than a routine. The Aldi July price removes that calculation entirely. Former employees with skincare awareness describe this as the single most significant new health and beauty arrival in the current rotation. Daily protection, daily treatment. One product, one honest price. What is at number 4 takes everything covered so far and addresses the cooking challenge that determines whether all that quality nutrition actually makes it onto the plate. 4. 7-quart Cast Iron Dutch Oven. 7 quarts of cast iron arrived at Aldi in July 2026 at a price that the cast iron cookware community is currently sharing across every platform simultaneously. The response online has been immediate and unambiguous. The Dutch oven is the single most versatile cooking vessel in any kitchen. Bread, braises, soups, stews, slow roasts. Every low and slow cooking application that converts economical cuts of meat into genuinely remarkable meals happens in this vessel. The heat retention of cast iron changes what cooking actually is. It is not a marginal improvement over a standard pot. It is a fundamentally different thermal environment that produces results that other materials cannot replicate regardless of the technique applied. The enamel coating on the July Aldi version eliminates the seasoning maintenance that raw cast iron requires, making it immediately usable and indefinitely low maintenance in a way that raw cast iron never is. No seasoning required, no rust risk, no special cleaning protocol. The enamel surface also means the Dutch oven transitions directly from stovetop to oven to table without any intermediate step or vessel change. One pot handles the entire cooking process and then serves as the presentation vessel, which is a quality of life improvement that anyone who has ever managed multiple hot dishes simultaneously will understand immediately. Day charges a price for an equivalent enamel cast iron Dutch oven that would make this list awkward to continue. Lodge charges considerably less. Aldi charges less than Lodge. Former employees describe the Dutch oven arriving on the floor and a small group of very knowledgeable shoppers arriving within the same hour to claim most of the initial stock. That small group knew something the broader shopping population did not. Now you know too. That cooking upgrade is generational. What is coming at number 3 involves something that addresses daily physical comfort in ways that compound across every single hour of every single day. 3. Orthopedic memory foam seat cushion with lumbar support. Setback pain during extended sitting is the daily quality of life challenge that affects the majority of seniors. Most seating surfaces were never designed to address it and are not going to be redesigned regardless of how long the discomfort continues. The July Aldi Orthopedic set delivers 2 coordinated components that work together rather than independently. A coccyx cutout seat cushion that eliminates direct pressure on the tailbone through a contoured channel in the memory foam base. The cutout design is not aesthetic. It is the functional element that removes the concentrated pressure point that conventional cushions simply redistribute rather than eliminate. A lumbar support pillow with adjustable positioning that maintains the natural lumbar curve that prolonged sitting consistently flattens. The adjustability matters because lumbar curves vary between individuals and because the same individual's postural needs change across a sitting session as fatigue develops. The combination does not treat a medical condition. It removes the postural stress that was creating unnecessary pain on top of whatever underlying condition already existed. Physical therapists recommend both components routinely. Their retail prices through medical supply channels make the combination a considered purchase rather than an obvious daily improvement. The Aldi July price makes it an obvious daily improvement. No deliberation needed. No budget justification required. Former employees describe customers returning the week after purchasing this set to report that the change in daily comfort was immediate and more significant than they had expected. The return visit to report a positive experience is not common retail behavior. It is the kind of response a product generates when it delivers something the buyer had genuinely stopped expecting to find. It is the retail equivalent of an unsolicited testimonial, and former employees describe it as one of the most reliable signals that a product delivered something genuinely meaningful rather than simply meeting the expectation created by its packaging. The Orthopedic set generates that signal more consistently than almost anything else in Aldi's current rotation. 2 deals remaining. And what is coming at number 2 is the one that surprised even the former employees who thought they had seen everything Aldi could do in a single July rotation. 2. Freeze-dried organic fruit and vegetable nutrition. Blend freeze-drying at peak ripeness preserves nutrient concentrations that fresh produce loses during transit and storage. This is not a marketing claim. It is a well-documented consequence of the physics of freeze-drying versus conventional storage. The vitamin C content of freeze-dried organic strawberries, measured at the point of consumption, is higher than the vitamin C content of fresh strawberries that spent 4 days in a distribution network before reaching a grocery shelf. The antioxidant profile of freeze-dried blueberries, consumed 6 months after processing, is closer to freshly picked blueberries than refrigerated fresh blueberries consumed 4 days after harvest. This is not a supplement. It is food processed at low temperature to preserve what the fresh version no longer delivers reliably by the time it reaches a kitchen. The July Aldi blend includes organic blueberries, strawberries, mango, spinach, and kale in a single resealable bag designed for direct consumption, smoothie addition, or incorporation into oatmeal and yogurt bowls. Every ingredient carries individual organic certification. That independent certification structure matters for anyone who has encountered blended products where the organic claim applies to the formulation as a whole, while individual ingredients sourced from conventional agriculture through a labeling technicality. This blend carries no such ambiguity. Every ingredient in the bag earned its certification individually before it was ever combined with anything else. The blend is not certified as a whole while individual ingredients source conventionally. Each component is certified independently. At specialty health food retailers, comparable freeze-dried organic blends carry prices that position them as nutritional investments rather than daily grocery staples. The Aldi July price positions them as daily grocery staples. Former employees described this selling exclusively to shoppers who understood immediately what they were looking at and made no attempt to buy just one. One deal remains, and former employees across every location that has seen it describe the customer response as unlike anything else in the July 2026 rotation. 1. The complete home blood pressure and arterial health monitoring station. This is not a blood pressure cuff. It never was, and describing it as one understates what it delivers by a significant margin. It is a complete arterial health monitoring platform in a single home device at a price that the home medical device market has not previously offered at any retail channel. The July Aldi monitoring station measures systolic and diastolic blood pressure with clinical-grade accuracy verified against hospital cuff standards. The verification methodology matters. Consumer blood pressure devices often carry accuracy claims that do not survive comparison against calibrated clinical equipment. This one does. It also measures pulse wave velocity, the arterial stiffness marker that cardiovascular researchers describe as one of the most sensitive early indicators of cardiovascular age, available through non-invasive measurement. Pulse wave velocity is not a feature available on consumer blood pressure monitors at any price point through conventional pharmacy retail. It is a clinical assessment tool that, until this July, has required either a physician referral or a specialist device purchase that placed it outside practical consumer reach. It measures morning surge patterns across 30 consecutive readings to identify the early morning blood pressure elevation that carries the highest association with cardiovascular events. Single reading office measurements almost never capture this pattern. The morning surge happens before most patients have left for their appointment and resolves enough by the time they arrive that the reading recorded in the office bears no relationship to the peak elevation that occurred 2 hours earlier at home. The companion app synthesizes all measurements into trend graphs that a patient can share directly with their physician in a format designed for clinical interpretation rather than casual consumer reference. The physician receives data, not summaries, not consumer-facing displays. Actual clinical data formatted for professional review. Medical device companies selling comparable multi-parameter home monitoring systems price them as substantial health investments. Pharmacy chains selling basic blood pressure cuffs without any of the arterial health features charge prices that make this July Aldi station look like someone made a pricing error. They did not make a pricing error. They made the decision that every Aldi pricing decision represents. Strip out the overhead. Source directly. Price honestly. The result is clinical-grade cardiovascular monitoring capability in the home of any senior who shows up on Wednesday morning before the window closes. Former employees describe the shelf clearance rate for this device as the fastest of anything in the July 2026 rotation. Faster than the Dutch oven, faster than the knife set, faster than anything that has appeared in the find section across multiple previous months. It arrives Wednesday morning. It is gone by Thursday afternoon. That is not urgency marketing. That is the documented pattern from every location where this device has appeared. Wednesday morning, before 9. This is the one that makes the alarm worth setting. That is the complete list. 12 July 2026. Aldi deals at prices that make every alternative look like a financial decision that needs reconsidering. Wednesday morning, before 9. This week. Not next week. This week. Thanks for watching. If this July breakdown is already sending you to Aldi, let us know in the comments which deal you are heading for first. Click the next video on the left right now to see everything else arriving at Aldi this month. That is worth knowing about before the shelf empties. And if you never want to miss another monthly Aldi deal breakdown, hit that subscribe button right now.